Hello, hello, hello. I'm the PaintedDog and welcome back to the next episode of our Timberborn Experimental Build 7 on the Experimental branch, or Update 7 on the Experimental branch with a Folktales faction. I hope you're having a lovely day. My day's quite good, thanks. Now, since the last episode, I didn't really do much. Take a look. This is almost now complete. They just need a couple of gears. We don't have a gears at this stage, but that will get completed in the next couple of minutes. We need 16 gears. And yeah, I didn't really do anything off screen. But what I did was I added in these platforms, this lumberjack flag, so they can take all this out. I'm going to extend that later on to this. I might as well just get this in while I'm thinking of it. They can walk across that to get to there. Yeah, so that's fine. And I have to move a lumberjack flag a bit closer, but that's fine. And I added in this stockpile here, large pile here, so I can get that gone. I'm paused this, so we can take this out, because I want to dynamite this. And I placed in these platforms so we can have a pathway around here. Because I want to add in today, I want to make a push for bots. That's a plan for today. I want to make a push for bots so we can get this mine up running. We won't nearly have enough resources to build this. If you take a look, treated planks we might get there. Logs we definitely are there already, but the gears, we have 3 gears and we have 7 treated planks, so there's no way we're going to get that done so we can get this mine up and running. But as you can remember, for the last episode we placed in the sufficient farmhouse with these potatoes. That's basically to run our refineries and stuff. We have smelting here, which isn't the fastest production line, but that's fine. But we need bots so we can run this, and later on to replace the beavers in our farmhouses as well as here. So we have water and food sorted then for the short to medium term. Later on we can replace the guys in the factories. That might be better, so we can get a bit more, but I did a couple of quick calculations, nothing major, to run the mine and later on to replace that 21 beavers in total for the 3 farmhouses and for the 12 in here. We will need approximately, to run that, I'm not going to count in or take any of these extra other buildings into the equation. For instance, these lumber mills and gear workshops and this treated or wood workshop here. I'm not going to take them into account. What I'm going to do is I made a calculation so we have a little bit extra in stock, but if I can, I would like to produce everything here. So for that we're going to need about 3 lumber mills, 2 wood workshops, and then 2 gear workshops, 1 chassis factory, 1 bot head factory, 1 limb factory, 2 bot assemblers. So we have 2 smelters now. We actually just needed 1, but that's fine. We need about 1 biofuel refinery. I'm going to place right here. So yeah, I think that will be fine. I'm going to potatoes, I think will be okay, especially if we were to go ahead and that's basically at capacity, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm not going to do the math for the potatoes. Oh, I can do that, but that's fine. And the trees and the water and stuff, but I think we are fine. As well as the fine resin here, I think we are fine. So I'm not too stressed about that. So what I want to do is I want to get explosives. I want to take that out so we can push that back a little bit. Later on, as soon as all these trees are out, I want to make a push for reworking this area. Now, as I said, I want to produce power through here, but I think these 3 CMS water sources won't have a juice for that. But if you take a look here, all of this water is flowing down here. And then making the turn here, Some of it's going this way, but as you can see, it's uphill battle there, so we're not going in that direction. And everything's flowing down here and leaving the map through here, and some of it through here. So what I can do is I can make my way across here and dam that up, just in case. But I'll see now when the temperate season starts if any flows through here. But I think there will be some water flowing through here. So then I can dam this up a little bit, all the weak spots, and maybe just blow this up a little bit more so we don't have a lot of water pushing back. And then take a look in here. There's basically there's a couple of trees in here, but you need a too wide gap. We can blow this up to get a too wide gap, and then we can place in water wheels across here. Later on, all of these water spouts here won't be producing any water through here because I'm going to seal this up. Just have water flowing in one direction, maybe through here, up to here, through there, because this is a space where we have unoccupied now, so that's fine. We can still work that, but maybe I'll reroute the water, for instance, through here, then up here, or over here. Then all of this water will flow through here, producing a lot of power. When we can route this up through here into our area here. So that's a plan for today, to try and get everything sorted for bots. I'm still thinking about this, but I think this might be the area, although because we don't really have a lot of other spaces except here. And I said last time that this might be a better option because we have two water sources. Although we're not producing a lot, we have them as an option. If we produce here, we can route the water up and maybe automatically fill the pool in the middle, and the rest can flow down into our system here to produce power through water wheels in here. So yeah, that's the thing. This mine will at this stage be enough to produce the amount of metal for the bots, so I'm not too stressed about that. So they need to get things done. I'm going to speed this up 3 times speed. I already got them to unpause. I already unpaused this, so we are busy with that. But we need gears. We seriously need gears for this. Now gear factories are going. Might want to add in another one just for sake of getting things completed. But we don't have workers at this stage. We are sort of at the equilibrium with food. Potatoes are balanced out. Bread, we have a lot of that, so I'm going to go ahead and import that. By that I mean wheat flour. And we'll be able to increase that still later on. And that's the thing, as soon as we can get bots in our production buildings, then we are set, because they work 24 hours a day. There's no worries there. They will be producing food and water, and then everything needed for the mine, or in the mine, and everything needed for the mine. That includes the bots. They'll be producing that at an astonishing rate. So by working 24 hours a day. So I'm not too stressed about that. As soon as we can get that up and running, we'll be sort of self-sufficient. And yes, so we'll have a look at that. Our water is fine. That's basically maxed out. Our beaver population is growing slowly. We have a berries, we have a dandelions, and we have a herbalist, if I'm not mistaken. I just need to find it. Where's our building look? Oh, we don't have a herbalist yet. Let's unlock that. I'm not too stressed about that. Optimize this a little bit more. Switch that around, and this will be for antidote. No, no, that's not needed. Yeah. It's not too far for them to walk around, so I can just do that. What I wanted to do initially. This will be antidote. Let's set that to supply. If we need to make other areas, we can always do that. Can't you reach that? No, you can't. So let's see if we can move you a little bit closer. You are done, so we can take you out. Actually want to get stairway down here because I need to take care of these trees and these gaps. Just because water will be flowing through here and it's gonna cause a headache. Because our beaver might walk down it. So I want to take those out and then just delete that. Delete this staircase so they don't walk down here when there's a bad tide. Because let's face it, it's our beavers. They will probably do that. But we still have at least 15.4 days before there's a bad tide or a drought, but drought's not an issue, but it's at least 15.3 days until there might be a bad tide, so I'm not too stressed about it. Okay, so as I said, we're making a push for that, so we need to get this in. We need to sort this out so we can get power generation free as well. But let's do a quick measurement. That's one of the reasons why I placed this in. So it's not needed for all that, but I like to have a little bit of extra in here. So it's 1, 2, 3. So up to there is our lumber mills. Then we are going to need 2 gear workshops. So yeah, it's extra 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to there's our gear. Then we are going to need 2 wood workshops. So that's also another 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a gear workshop. So now it's lumber mills, gear workshops, and wood workshops. Then we are going to need refinery. I'm thinking of placing up here, but we'll see. Then we are going to need 2 bot assemblies. I'm going to stack these, so I'm not too stressed about that. So up to there, and then we're going to need 4 part factories. 1, 2, I need to take that one out maybe. 3. Okay, so then that's sorted. I can always place the refinery, let me just find it, in this gap, because it doesn't need any power, so I can still plant up to this. So I might place it down here. All depends what I'm doing with this. So yeah, that's the thing. We can rework this, so there's no stress about that. Also save messing things around. I'm going to do that. And then for these, I'm just going to take them out. And I might as well just do something like that. So we can get down here to take this guy out. And I'm not too stressed about the rest down here. I want to take these out as well. Just so we can have that option, but I'm not too stressed. Take these out at this stage. I'm going to up the priority of these a little bit. That got done, so that's good. This side, that got done, so yeah, not too shabby. I'm gonna leave. Am I going to leave it? Nah, let's build that. Okay, that unpaused. I can pause this bad water rig. So we won't have any bad water producing here, but there's quite a lot of bad water still in here. Take a look, it's up to, let's say, the top of that. We still have all that water that needs to drain before we can get beavers in there. Bots, we wouldn't have any issues. We send the bots in there, no worries. But later on, what we can do is use the new tunnels to blow this out so we can drain that water a bit faster. But for now, I'm not too worried about getting that up and running. We still have quite a lot of explosives. We are maxed out on extract, so I'm not too stressed about that. See, we already have 3 injured beavers and we don't even have a mine up, but that's probably for this explosive factory right here, because that's really bad for beaver lives. Now this is draining quite fast. So we are building that. We need the gears. Hopefully, yeah, that's in. I will rework everything later on, but for now, I think that's fine. And now our smelters are standing still because we don't have any power. That's one of the things that I really thought about, having a dedicated power plant somewhere with water wheels and pumping, for instance, bad water in there and just sorting that out. That's one of the reasons why I thought about that. But we still have this space that might be good for that. Because we have a bad water source right there, we can use that to pump water into. Yeah, this might also be it's at a diagonal, it's not. But this is a bit small, but a smallish power plant. We have infrastructure here to get the power into the system to supply this. And we can always extend this over just a little bit to here. This is going to be our, might be our food area, so that's not too much of a worry. So yes, this might be the best bet at this stage, even if it's just a small one. Get power flowing through here. Might be worth it. Then I can extend this zipline station up to here, just in the short run, to get beavers moving a bit faster to here, to sort all of these trees out and all these blockages, and get everything sorted so we can get that in. That water dome will also be quite lovely to have, so we can block this off while we work. But then we'll need to do that in a drought, or we need to build infrastructure over this. For instance, a couple of platforms just to get there so they don't go into the water. Now we have 6 injured beavers. Great! That's why I want to get the mine up and running as soon as possible. Now, what I also want to do is include storage underneath these buildings for all of this. So for lumber mills, we will need logs, and for gears and treated planks we'll need resin and logs. Let's take a quick peek. If I were to do this, let me just pause. So that will be for autosave's fine. Plank or logs, planks, resin, and then an underground pile, let's say, for instance. Logs can't be stored in there. I wonder how many people screamed at me right now. Let's say, for instance, that. Now, to get over that, we can probably just use some of these. Raise them up one. Get that like that. Okay, not too shabby. Then we have what we need for this. that, so that's fine. No worries there. Then we can always include one, for instance, there, or two, for instance, there, two, that. So we can place everything on top. We can add in extra storage maybe in there if we want to. So now that's done. For the pots, I'm gonna leave that for now. We can do that later on, but for pots we have planks already here. We'll need metal and biofuel and gears. Metal, biofuel, gears. And then we need 3 storages for all of these. Now luckily, large warehouses they take the chassis, the heads and the limbs. So yeah, that's fine. So we can do a similar thing in here by going storage. And we can do that, that for those 3, so that's fine. We already have planks there. We'll just need metal blocks, fuel and gears. We can always put gears in there. Biofuel, we don't really need the large storage tank, but later on we can do that. We can move this up. We can maybe take that out. Maybe move all of these up to there. And what I mean by those, we can do that. And maybe take these out, but then we might get seepage through there, but that's something we need to worry about later. You can always elevate this as well. So yeah, so that's fine. So gears are sorted out then. Biofuel, we can place a medium tank in here next to our biofuel or our refinery. And then for metal blocks, that's another thing that we need. But we might just place a underground pile or something in here, because we are going to take that out and we are going to need dirt excavators. But that's another thing that takes about a couple of lives of beavers. So yeah, but that's a long run. We can place it in there. So yeah, I'm not too stressed. We can sort that out. So yeah, let me just go ahead and pause a bit of this, because these are going to take quite a lot. Oh, not really a lot of metal. I don't really want to build them yet. Same with that. The rest I can get along and just do it. So I'm going to take you out. Then maybe get a thing down there. Then let's put the lumberjack flag there. Will you reach all that? Yes, you will. Get that done. Get that done. Let's take a peek there. Yeah, all of that's set up. So I was stressed for nothing with that, so that's fine. For this, if you take a look now, I have to go down here to get in here, so I can go up there, up there, up there, and then I have to go around to clear that out. So this is just a headache. Seriously, this is a headache. And I really want to take all of these trees out, so we can maybe do something like that. We don't really need the space yet, so we can always do it like this, but I wanted to have a bit of a loop so we can get more water wheels in here. And then we can build this out and get a couple of gravity batteries in here. Because I had a quick look, I might be mistaken, but I don't see that the flywheels are updated for experimental build 7 yet, so that's a bit of a headache, because I really like the flywheels. They're a bit nice. You don't have to elevate them, not as much of an eyesore. We made a feature out of it over here, which is nice. I like it. But it would have been great if we could have a flywheels. Maybe just hide them in a reservoir. these for now. Let's go ahead and block this off right there. Medium priority, or a high priority to that, not a very high priority. That's marked for cutting, so no stress about that. So we won't have any water flowing through these, so that's fine. Only be flowing through here, but then that might cause a couple of issues. So let's do that. Get that sorted. I want that and that. Take you out. No water flowing through here, so everything will go through this side. You can take that out, and then we're going to work our way back here. So we'll have a little bit of extra edges here. It's not needed, we only need this one, to be honest. I'm thinking, let's take that out. So, because like we can force a lot of water through a single tile if it's going on the same level or going up, but when it's going flowing down, that's the issue. So if we do this, 2, 4, 6, that's 2.2, 2.2, 2.2, so 6.6, so that's fine. You have nothing to do at this stage, I'm just going to delete you. This is in, so let's just prioritize that before I delete all of that. And get that taken out as well. Okay, now I can go ahead and take that out, get that taken back. Should have done that one first, but I'm not going to isolate this area for too long. So I'm not sure. There's an explosive sitting right there, but that's fine, as I said. I'm not going to isolate this area for too long. Get that in. We won't get a lot of water flowing through here. Just pause all of this. I'm just placing those in for now so we can see the spacing. Would take that back and maybe seal that off. So they are walking around there for now. Not too shabby, I know. Just do that, get across there. Do something like this. Come on. Take that out, get that sorted, get that in. So we'll have an extra wheel in here. Bit of space there. We can extras on this side. Okay, so they will get all of this sorted out, no worries. If I have to, I can blow this up. get that sorted. Great. I can add in these. Just get everything sorted out for you. Let's detonate that. I can always make this a bit smaller. I can still do that. And get all of these hooked up, and they might be enough, but I don't think so, because we need, I believe, 3 of these, 2 of those. We are going to need about 950 just for those. And then we also need to get the gear for lumber mills and all of those in. So if you take a look for lumber mills, we are going to need an extra 150 for that. And for gears, we're going to need 240 for that. We're going to need an extra 500 for that. So we'll need about 1,840 or 50 power just to run everything that we will have here. Because if you take a look, the refinery don't need any power for that. Only that, and that will be here. And these. So let's say we need 2,000 CMS or horsepower. So what's HP per CMS for water wheels? Yeah, that's quite a lot that we need. I just built that, and I'm already going to make changes to that. I'm going to do that for now, so I don't want any stuck beavers. Get that sorted for me, please. And I can take, although this won't be producing a lot, this one, because water's going to flow through the side, but we might just get a bit of surprise there. Definitely pick that one up, so I don't know why. Went already. Okay, there they started picking that up. So I'm going to get these guys to do a bit of work for me and get that sorted out. I can build these from the other side, but I want them to get that sorted so we can go ahead and build it. At this stage we can build from that side as well. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do that. As soon as this is done, we can take this out and place in another one of those. You saw me do that and you didn't say anything. And yeah, people will scream at me for using all of these power shaft intersections, but they take 3 extra logs. We have 2.2k, so why worry about that? Okay, one of these water wheels produce 200, so we need at least 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we're going to be 3 short. So you know what? Let's take this out for now. Need to extend this a little bit. Yeah, but that's not too much of a worry. Yeah, 201. If we have 10 of these, we'll produce just enough. If I can place in more, that will recharge our gravity batteries a bit faster. So yes. That's a trial and error of that. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause these. We have a little bit of that. we have metal coming in from here. This is a thing that I might address in the next episode. But for now, I'm just going to leave that because I want to get bots up and running. We have another mine there. And we have all the space that we might be able to use for another setup like that. And then we have a bit of metal here, but that's quite a distance. Take how long they took to get here. And then just to double that distance. That's going to be a headache. So yes, I'm going to need the mine ASAP. Gears are picking up. That's nice. Now I need to think. I'm going to place the mine in that direction. Because the smelt is on that side. And they're going to smelt the metal there and then they can move it to this side. So I think that will be a good idea. Storage. I need one of these bad boys. Right there. I take this down to there. You can basically take it through there. And you aren't able to go to that side. I'm going to get another guy here so I can take out those 30 metal. This will be for treated planks. And I'm a sucker. Have to be one of these. And I have to have another one of those for the things. But I think for now, let's just go ahead and put in levies. And we'll get another levy in here as soon as we can. So for now, we're just going to do the normal large piles, not the underground piles. And I did a dumb move there. This can be for, let's say, scrap metal supply. And then on this side, we'll put a large pile for treated planks. Don't want to click on you. Okay, so now that that's in, we can take... I just need to pay attention, but I don't do what I usually do and just delete and then, oh damn, I did the wrong thing there. Let's go up to... No, that's a bit far. I don't want to take out these trees yet. How difficult will it be? We can't place things over there. So I'll have to go down... No, yeah, so... Yeah, but this one's not too bad. Get that in. Sorted. And sorted. Not what I wanted to do. Come on, autosave. Check out those three at least. I'm going to take out that. We will need 30, I believe, long for each one. 3, 30, 30, that's fine. So we can build this up through there. Now, then we'll need that going through there. And then on this side, maybe 1, 2. Then we can paint it up and get it going through there. So, yeah, not too shabby, eh, Nige? if I see that notification, I get stressed immediately. And I know I've automated this setup. But I just want to make sure that this is fine. That didn't cause any issues previously, so I don't know why I'm stressed now. Didn't connect that up. Now they'll get this sorted out. Get that built. And no worries there. Let's just go ahead and do that. Get that built up so we can take out that tree. So that's the main thing. I'm not even going to take these down now, because I'm just going to place levees on top of them. Of course, we can take that out later if we want to. Is it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now for this, we're going to need to demolish that. Get that taken out. Oh, luckily I placed this on this side. Luckily I did that. I thought they will have to go through here, so yeah, that's nice. Take that through there. Take that out. Get that in. So now let's go ahead and do a bit of prioritization. All that sorted out. Delete that because that's not needed anymore. And get this going through there. Just want to get that laid in. And I know it's not looking the best, but as soon as we have terrain blocks, then that can get sorted. But for now, that will do. That'll do big, that'll do. And I'm going to create an extra pathway or extra couple of levees on this side, just so it's a bit easy and faster to get the power lines connected. Okay, get all of this prioritized, the same with that, the same with that. As I said, I want to get this sorted out as soon as possible. Now I'm going to do the same over here. All of it in. I'm just going to leave this one gap, so that's fine. This side's going to be a bit trickier because I didn't take out these trees, but that was a headache. So I have to do this the old-fashioned way of just sneaking it through here. But we have a beavers to do that, so that's fine. So we won't be able to finish this probably today, but that's fine. Get that sorted out. And this will be for... Did I make a dumb move again? did. I did do a dum-dum. Because we're gonna need planks for that. Yes, seriously. I might as well just take that one out. Get that out of the way. This will be for planks. This will be for gears. This will be for treated planks. Okay, so now that will be done, hopefully. Get that sorted. Yeah, that's fine. And they are building this. So yes. So that's done. So let's do a bit more work. I'm gonna leave that for now. So let's take that out. The refinery, I think I'm gonna place that there. And this will be for biofuel from potatoes. If I were to take this out, and then later on we can do that. This will be biofuel. Let's quickly go through this again. We have logs, and then logs go to planks, stored there. Planks can go to gears, stored there, and go to treated planks as well. So that's sorted. On this side, so that's fine. We're going to need biofuel, will be stored there. Gears we already have. Planks we already have. Metal. Metal is the other one that we need. And as I said, we can place that in there later on, but for now, going down there, it's going to eat into that. Okay, so yeah, I think let's go ahead and take out that, and we can have a medium storage for this, and we can say potatoes right there. Okay, they can get that sorted out. Okay, so now that's in. Did a dum-dum again. Wasting a lot of resources right here. I wanted to check first. How deep we need to set these in. I believe it's 2. Yes. Let's get that marked to be collected. And let's go ahead. Get that taken out. Oh, yeah, blast it down. So when we can sink this into this ground, with a couple of ladders in there, then we can place the buildings on top, so it's on ground level over here. It's a bit easier to run the power lines in there. That's what I actually wanted to do. just going to connect that up for now. Now scrap metal on this side is done and dusted. Get that in, that's for scrap metal. This side it will be for the planks. Yeah. Okay, so they are slowly but surely getting that built, so I can go ahead. That's already marked to be collected, so I can blow that dump. Okay, so that's marked, that's marked. I'm going to go ahead and lower the... Oi, what happened? You see, that's a cycle. I need a bit more beavers to basically stop that from happening. But we have a lot of kits now. I don't want to get that sorted again or get that happening again. So yeah, they can work on that when they have a chance. We are doing that. That's not really the priority at this stage. Pause those. And they can work on that. As soon as they finish that. I'm going to blow these already. And blow these already. Just in case we finish those. We don't have an issue there. Get that sorted as well. You know, there's a bit of spaghetti. But for now, that will work. So they can get in here and finish that off. And I'm going to lay in a bit of terrain here as well. So we can always move these over here. That might also be of benefit to us. Now let's go ahead and get these in. Just in the meantime, we will pause that rather soon. Now, do I just do that? Get one in there. Great. Then do it on this side. Nah, that's fine. Unpause that. Pause that one so they can walk it back. And I made a boo-boo. They can't do it from this side. And I wonder how many people were screaming at me. But there's no way for them to get to this side at this stage. Later on, yes. Go around here, just sort that out. For now. I could always have run this through there. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But not too shabby. are going to take these out for now. Because, yes, I will expand this whole setup through there a bit later. And same with these couple of buildings. I can always sort them out. Be for one. These will be for doubles. Not what I wanted to do. Doubles. That will be for one. I can't do it on this side. Why don't you tell me I'm doing stuff like this? Why? I thought you would have sorted me out by now. No. You're not telling me that I'm doing something stupid. I almost made a big boo-boo on this side. And they are getting this bolt, which is good. I need to fold that in as well. Oh, that's fine. And I took out those contamination barriers there, which I could just replace. Then take that out. Otherwise we can always switch this up and move this around. We are walking that back. And before I do this, I should actually just get them across here to connect all of this. Again, wasting resources. Yay! We have 8 beavers injured. So I'm going to unpause this lodge. And then I can, if I need to go 3 more, I can just unpause that. Food is steady, it's actually increasing. Water is steady. So I don't have a lot of issues there. They're getting that built. Hopefully we'll get that sorted so I can take that out. And later on we can go through, yes, as I said. I'm going to route the power from here, I believe. So get that in there. That take it out. I think that's a high priority as well. Now they can sort that out. And they are slowly but surely building it up there. As soon as this one's built, then we can just run through this. Because of the way that I placed this ladder, but I thought I was being smart. But I was a bit dumb. But that's fine. We all know that's a thing that happens. Okay, now that's connected. And take that out. And if I lose resources there, that's fine. But we didn't. Which is nice. Always lovely if you don't waste anything. Now we can slowly but surely get all of this built up. Because everything is now connected basically. Except for that, but yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we can get this as a higher priority as well. Now basically, with the exception of just a little bit there, we can build any of these water wheels now, and it will still connect up to there, which is good. I like it. I like it when things work out like that. That can still be collected. They can walk through there, so that's fine. No worries there. Okay, so that will be for bots. And then this side. I'm still thinking of leaving at that side, because, but it would be easier if we just do this. Place all of these buildings in here. Doop, doop, doop. Then gears maybe on this side. That's 3, so you can put a gear like that and a gear like that. And it's in here, but then we need storages. And we will still use... but then we can always place storages through here. Yeah. Those buildings through here and storages in here, but then they have to walk from here all the way there. That's a problem. I didn't have this as an area that I would have been using. Use this. I want to route power through here, and I can still do that. So I'm not stressing too much about that. They will lay all that in. So we can just do a layout, at least. All that again. And as I said, storage. 1, 2, 3. That. Okay. And then on this side, as I said, let's just put the bought part factories. One, two, three. Just want to make sure that this thing can, yeah, that can connect. Then that will be powered. On this side we can just do that. We can have a bot assemblers on this side. Let's blow this down. Okay, storage. As I said, logs, planks. Might as well go treated planks, gears. Let's take that out. And then let's take that. Okay, so this will be for logs, this will be planks, this will be treated planks, this will be gears. Okay, so now that's logs, bad planks, gears, treated planks, but we need pine resin as well. You know what? Get that laid in. I'm gonna put pine resin right there. Or pine resin and gears. It doesn't really matter, it's close by. Okay, then on this side, we will need ladders. I'm going to take this out and replace this with ladders. Blow that up. Get this. Let's just make this full. Pine resin, great. You know what? Let's place an extra one in there. No. Add an extra one in there. There. And in there. And I don't know why I deleted that, but yeah, I did. I'm gonna place ladders all the way in there. So in front of all of these there will be dynamite and ladders going up. Let's change them sideways up to there, or I can just take them straight up. Yeah, that's fine. They won't interfere with any of these, so that's fine. No worries. And then ladders going straight up there. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Get that connected, get that connected. And like that. Great. Now we can take these ladders up. 2, let's go 1, 2. I don't need to have them only one eye. Okay, I can sort you out later. Let's just leave you. Thought it might have been a lumberjack. Okay, so now that we have that, we can get that built so we can have power in there. And you know what? I'm going to take that out and make that, let's say, a freeway to change. Like that. Because I'm going to need to get power to this side. That's sorted. Get that in like that. I need to take that one out. Can't really do that. Because this won't... Ah, that fits. No. 3. No. It's this as a... This as a 3. Get this one as a 2. Get the power going up. There. There. Dynamite. Let's just go like this. I just built that and I'm already demolishing that. Let's just have a quick peek. Yeah, man, that will work. We have power on that side. And then over here we can just go ahead and... Yeah, that will work. I like it. I like it a lot. Let me just do that quickly. Okay, then we can sort that out. Then we can blow this dump here and get all of this in. This stage we are slightly optimizing it for our bot production, eh? Then I like it. Don't have space for all of those planks. That's a nice problem to have. That's really a nice problem to have. And I'm using a shaft turn as well. Yo. I'm using all of the strange things today. And then we can put that in there. So again, let's try this for second time. 3 of those. Let's go that. 2 of these. Let's just change these around. 2, 3. 1, 2. Then we don't have a strange corner thing there. Then I can always add in small stockpiles there. But yes, so we have that sorted. We have pine resin right there. I'm going to go ahead and put in large tank there. This will be for biofuel. Great. We have that. Oh, what? No. Let's get that taken out as well. I know this episode is a bit long, but just bear with me, please. And thank you. Going to place in another warehouse here for potatoes. Then the storage tank on top. And then we might be able to sneak in the other building in here as well. Just across. And we have all the space to expand into. But we don't have any space for these planks. But as soon as we get that storage built, then all of this can get picked up. Which would be nice. Don't like all of these lying around, and I don't think you like them lying around either. Then we can get all of this built. I might do that off screen, and maybe this as well, just to get that done. They're already busy focusing on this. Our gear production really skyrocketed. We have enough of everything to complete that mine. Which is good, I like it. That's something that I might just push offline as well. Just to get that in. So we can start with the fun things. Let's demolish that. Storage. This will be obtained for potatoes. I'm going to put that in there. 1, 2. That in there. Path across. Storage. Large tank. This will be for, just except for now, biofuel. We don't have enough space because this would have been great if we could just pop that in. There. Like that. Don't know why I'm so efficient at this stage, but I might as well just do that. Get that connected up. Then I can put refinery. Then that around this will be for potatoes. Blow that up. Do that. Get that connected up. Okay, so now this area will hopefully be sorted for now. We have this space that we can build into. We have water flowing through there when it's not a drought. Get all of this built. So yes, this might not have been a very productive. We didn't get a lot done in the grand scheme of things. But I think this will still be a good episode. As a recap, we started building up this area. We started getting the mining. We finished that bad water rig. So we are starting with this. We'll get scrap metal from here into this. We'll up to there. We'll get treated planks in here. Gonna get a pathway around here so we can get everything to this side a bit faster. Otherwise we have to walk around again. Treated planks here for this, for the mine. The scrap metal will be produced, shipped into there. Metal will be shipped to this side. I need a stockpile for metal. I just realized that. So yeah, you might have been screaming at me, but that's fine. We'll get that sorted. So we'll get metal on this side. And then we get the bots up and running to supply the mine. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments if you want me to change anything around or if you have a better plan, and we might just work on that. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheerio.